What do boys need tampons for?
I don't know about
Why
this
is he
tampon
giving
in the
little
bathroom.
boys tampons then?
Why is he giving illegals driver's licenses? Why?
Can illegal aliens get a driver's license under your bill if it's enacted into law?
Senator Mohamed.
Chair Murphy, Senator Jaskowski, I don't think that is a term that is in this bill, and or no human being should be referred to as that, and so I will make that clear, especially because I'm an immigrant, and so if I didn't have its status, I don't think I would want to be called an illegal or
My wife's
alien.
an immigrant too.
Senator Jaskowski.
I appreciate
and Senator
it.
Mohamed.
This bill is so that everybody in our state, regardless of status, they can get an ID to go, a driver's license to go and drive. And, you know, I'll say this. I took on this bill for many reasons. And one of the reasons is because I was so tired of the way people were demeaning me as an immigrant and demeaning people who I knew just because they didn't have a status, as if they were less of a human being. And I think you can refer to them as whatever you want. But we do this work because we're humans and we respect people. And I want you to know some of the people who you're speaking of that way live and work in this community. And they work in this building. And you see them around. And they're in this building. And so I'll take on as many opposition against this bill. I will work in good faith. I will do whatever that needs to be done to get this bill across the finish line because people are relying on it so that people who are citizens and non-citizens can both be safe in our roads, can go and get a job. These people take care of your loved ones. They go ahead and during the pandemic, when nobody could work, they were the ones who were doing the jobs nobody else wanted to do. They were the ones who were doing that. So refer to them as what you want, but when you need it, when you have a need, Senator Jaskowski, they are there. You might not want them to get a license, but you can acknowledge them as human beings. And so you can speak about it however you want, but I find that very, very disrespectful.
Madam Chair, I just want to get...
Thank you, Senator Mohamed. Thank you, Senator Jaskowski.
Madam Chair, I just want to get an answer to the question. Senator Mohamed, there are thousands and thousands of immigrants in our state that are here legally that do get a driver's license under our law. They're specially marked. My question to you is, someone, and you can, apparently you don't like the word illegal or alien, I don't know which one, or maybe either one, but someone who comes to our country illegally and the first thing they do when they come here is break federal law, my question to you is, can that person, if they are here in Minnesota, get a driver's license under the law if your bill becomes law?
Thank you, Senator Jaskowski. Senator Mohamed, I know you've answered this question. I don't know if you have anything more to add.
Senator Murphy, Senator Jaskowski, what this bill does is it allows everybody in our state, whether they're here legally or not legally, it gives them the opportunity to drive.
Our immigrant community are not here to break the law. They're asking to drive legally. They're asking for a driver's license so that they can obey the law, they can drive their families to school, they can do what they need to do. And they want to do that, and again, legally. We also heard that this is a national security issue, which again, that is not true. The fact is that our communities are much safer with our immigrant population. They contribute immensely to our state, and we're all better off because of them. We heard them being called terrorists. We heard them being called drug dealers. We heard a lot of insults. We heard that they're a threat to our national security. And that's a flat-out lie. You want to know who the real threat is, Madam President? I'll give you a hint. They don't look like our chief author. They don't look like the folks up in the gallery. They don't look like the folks out in the rotunda. They look like many of the members that sit in the front. According to DHS, Madam President, the greatest domestic threat facing the United States comes from, quote, racially or ethnically motivated violent extremists, specifically those who advocate for the superiority of the white race, not our immigrants. We are safer and we're better off because of them.
I feel like I was just called a racist white man.
That's not appropriate because we should be here getting along with each other. I was not raised that way. I was raised to treat people equally and with respect. And I don't think we should be saying those things on the Senate chamber floor. I find that very disrespectful. I'm not going to go back and debate everything that was talked about tonight, but that was not called for. We didn't call anyone terrorists. We said that we're afraid that this could lead to that. We're not calling a group of people terrorists. We're not saying that they're going to create these acts. We're just looking out for everybody.
I'm not confident that we don't have people in our midst that are terrorists that may want that driver's license.
Millions are pouring across. There's no way of vetting them. And terrorists can come across, come to Minnesota, get a driver's license, get on an airline, and fly off in an airplane.
People who are U.S. citizens also commit crimes. It's not just immigrants. There are bad people everywhere. And when someone does something wrong, we should hold them to the full extent of the law. And I'm with you on that. I, too, want to protect our national security. I, too, am a U.S. citizen. I also care about these things. But I also care about the people who are fighting to follow the law so they can drive. They are asking us to not drive illegally. These folks have been telling us for 20 years, let me get a driver's license, please, so I don't have to drive without getting a driver's education. They want to do the right thing.